Are you able to see the screen, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the last class, the solution for the problem is the electric field intensity is minus 63.55 AX bar plus 63.55 AY bar volt per meter. Note down this solution, and accordingly, if you have not got, please try it out. Okay, and see that this is the solution. Just cross verify your answer, whatever you're getting with this answer, right? Next is electric field intensity due to infinite line charge. Okay, there are different types of charges. One is called as the point charge, which is present in the form of a point. Then line charge, as I told in the when discussing with the gradient, divergence, and curl, right? And line charge means the charges are present in the form of a line, that is on the say corner of a say surface. Okay, so they are on the lines. Then surface charge means which is present on the surface. Okay, on just a surface. So just a surface, not a, it may not be a closed surface, just surface. Then volume means it is a complete enclosed surface, it's a volume. Okay, the charges are present in the every space, okay, in the volume of the surface. Okay, so these are the different types of charges that I had highlighted when discussing about the gradient, divergence, and curl of the vector. The next topic here what we are studying is the electric field intensity due to infinite line charge. That is, we are finding the value of the electric field intensity due to infinite line charge. As I told, line charge means the charges are present here on the z axis in the form of a line. Okay, we are considering this line on which, on the z axis on which the charges are present. Okay, charges are present. So when it is a z axis means it varies from what to what is the range of the z axis? From minus infinity to plus infinity, is it not? It varies from minus infinity to plus infinity, the z axis. If you take from the ground level to the sky surface, it is minus infinity to plus infinity, correct? So that is the range of the z axis, right? Then here, as it is present on the line charge on the line z axis, it is infinite line charge because the charges are on the infinite line. Charges are on the infinite line present on the z axis, and hence it is called as infinite line charge. Infinite line charge. We are supposed to find the electric field intensity due to this infinite line charge at this point P. Okay, this is a point P here. Okay, what you're seeing, the junction of this dz bar and dy bar, this is a point P. Okay, on the y axis here, right? So on this we are finding the electric field intensity due to the infinite line charge present on the z axis. That is, we have to derive the formula, we have to find out the formula for the electric field intensity due to infinite line charge. This is one of the important topics. Many times it has been asked in the examination. Even the examples that we solved in the previous class, they are from the examination say question papers, right? So this is also one of the important topics. Many times it has been repeated in the examination. That is, find the electric field intensity due to infinite line charge, or derive the formula for electric field intensity due to infinite line charge. These may be the possible questions that may be asked in the examination. Now, if this is the infinite line charge, we are assuming certain small amount of charge, say dq. dq is the small amount of charge present in the elemental length dl. We are assuming small portion of the length dl in which the charge present is dq. dq is the amount of the charge present in the small length dl, small portion. I am assuming a small portion dl in which the charge present is dq. Okay, then this is the point P. This is the point P. I am showing with the arrow mark here with the pointer, and this is the point P at which I am interested, or we are supposed to find the electric field intensity due to this infinite line charge. Okay, so this dq, we know the formula for the line charge density. Formula for the line charge density is rho L is given by, can anybody tell me, line charge density is given by what formula? What is line charge density? It is given by what formula? Line charge density, Rho L is given by, what is meant by line charge density? It is a charge per unit length. Charge per unit length. That is, rho L is given by Q by L. Charge divided by length. Correct? Therefore, here I am writing rho L is equal to dq by dl. Rho L is equal to dq by dl, or dq is equal to rho L dl. Length is dl in this small elemental length. Then small amount of charge present in that elemental length is dq. Therefore, I am writing rho L is equal to dq by dl, or dq is equal to rho L into dl. dq is equal to rho L into dl. Now this dl is the length. What is the length of this charge present on the z-axis? Can you tell me? Length is dz. Small length is dz. Okay, if you take the z-axis, its entire length is z. But if you take the small elemental length, it is dz, small portion. Therefore, instead of dl, I am substituting that with dz. So I get dq is equal to rho L into dz. dq is equal to rho L into dz. Take it as equation 1. What are the coordinates of dq? The coordinate of this small portion on the z-axis are, can you tell me the coordinates on the z-axis? We discussed this in our previous example that we have solved. Coordinates on the z-axis. If I take any point on the z-axis, what will be its coordinates on the z-axis?
0, sir.
0, 0, z. You have to tell in this way. 0, 0, z. X is 0. X coordinate is 0. Y coordinate is 0. Only z-axis coordinate is present. That is, it is 0, 0, z. If you take on the y-axis, it is 0, y, 0. Only y-axis coordinate will be there. X and z will be 0 on the y-axis. Okay. Therefore, I am writing here coordinates of the dq, this small elemental charge present on dl. It is 0, 0, z, because it is lying on the z-axis. Similarly, coordinates of point P, here coordinates of point P, it is 0, this distance is r. From the origin, the distance to the point P is small r. Therefore, that is the y coordinate. I am writing it as 0, r, 0. My y is here, it is equal to r. Y is equal to r. Therefore, coordinate of point P is 0, r, 0. Okay. Then the distance vector r bar. What will be the distance vector, students? The distance vector is difference between this point and this point. Okay. I am finding, due to this charge, what is its effect on this point P here. Destination is this, source is this. Correct. Therefore, RP, this point P is the destination, minus R dl bar. R dl bar, this vector, R dl bar. Destination is RP vector here at point P. Source is RDL or RDL bar. Therefore, distance vector is from here to here, this distance. From here to here, this distance. That is given by RP bar minus RDL bar. That is, RP bar is RAY bar minus ZAZ bar. Okay. So it is RAY bar RP. RP it is, how we are getting the students? RAY bar minus ZAZ bar. We have to take the difference between destination vector and the source vector. Destination is point P. It is x coordinate minus x coordinate, 0 minus 0. Okay. 0 minus 0 is 0. Then r minus 0. It is r into AY bar. RAY bar we got. 0 minus z. This P coordinate is 0. Then DQ coordinate is z. Z coordinate. 0 minus z is minus z. Minus z into AZ bar. Hence, we are getting distance vector r bar is equal to RAY bar minus ZAZ bar. That is our distance vector. Then find the magnitude of this distance vector. Magnitude of this distance vector is magnitude of r bar is equal to square root of r square plus minus z square. That will be plus z square only. If you square minus 1, it is plus 1 only. Yes or no? Hence, we are getting here the absolute value of r bar is equal to square root of r square plus z square. Now find the unit vector, this AR bar, direction, unit vector from this point to this point. Okay, that is AR bar is the distance vector divided by its magnitude. That is RAY bar minus ZAZ bar divided by the magnitude is square root of r square plus z square. Square root of r square plus z square. That is what we have found out in the previous step. Correct? Square root of r square plus z square. Take it as equation second. Equation number 2. Okay. Here it is d bar is equal to d2. Sorry. D bar is our main equation, that is dq divided by 4 pi epsilon r square into r bar. This is our equation, what we have written here. This is our equation, that is q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into r bar divided by magnitude of r bar. Okay, this is our equation for electric field intensity. Now instead of q, I am substituting it as dq because we are considering for a small charge, elemental charge. Okay, therefore instead of q, I am writing it as dq here. dq divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square, that divided into ar bar, then that is further equal to, what is dq we have got? dq is rho l into dz. Yes or no? dq is rho l into dz. That is what we have got in the first equation. Substitute that rho l dz, this divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. What is r square we have got? Distance vector magnitude. That is square root of r square plus z square. Substitute that. Square root of r square plus z square into unit vector ar bar. What is the equation for the unit vector we have obtained? r ay bar minus z az bar divided by square root of r square plus z square. Substitute that. r ay bar minus z az bar divided by square root of r square plus z square. Okay. That is, here when we are considering the charge on the z axis. Okay. When we consider the charge on the z axis, suppose say this is my point. This is my point of consideration. Say the charge is some charge, say q or dq. Okay. Now if I consider the same point on the minus z axis. Okay, if I consider same point on the minus z axis, it's a mirror image, is it not? Z axis is a mirror image, correct? It's just a mirror image. So whatever this z point I am considering here, that will be mirror image on the minus z axis. That means the magnitude of this charge what I am considering on the positive z axis is equal and opposite on the same point which I am considering on the minus z axis. The point here is important. The point here is the charge on the z axis. Any charge if I am considering on the z axis, that will be equal to in the magnitude and opposite in polarity to the same charge which is present on the minus z axis. Okay, on the minus z axis. Hence what will happen here, students? If I consider the effect of electric field intensity due to this charge, that is, say here I am considering plus dq or plus q, and we are finding the electric field intensity. Then same charge I am considering on the minus z axis, minus q, okay, which is having the same magnitude. And if I find the electric field intensity, the component of electric field intensity due to the z axis will be nullified. Okay, the component will get nullified and will get the z component of the electric field intensity, okay, at the point P will be 0. It will be 0. Yes or no, students? Because the magnitude of the charge on the plus z axis and the magnitude of the charge, same charge on the minus z axis are same, but they are opposite in polarities. Hence their electric field intensity at the some point will be nullified because they are equal and opposite in magnitude. Okay. And hence what we are doing here is, as a z component is 0, we are not considering this z component. Minus z az bar is not considered, or it is becoming 0 here. Okay, that is what is written in the next point. Z component of electric field intensities at point P will cancel each other. Z component of electric field intensities at the point P will nullify, or they will cancel out each other. Then what will be the equation of dE bar, electric field intensity? The equation of dE bar can be written by eliminating the Az bar component, that is, it is nullified or cancelled out. Hence my equation will be dE bar will be equal to rho l dz divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into square root of r square plus z square the whole square, r ay bar divided by square root of r square plus z square. What is this equation? See here, dE bar is equal to rho l dz, the same as we got in equation 3, divided by 4 pi epsilon naught square root of r square plus z square the whole square, same thing. Then instead of minus z a z bar, that is 0, so I write only r a y bar divided by square root of r square plus z square. Following? Yes, friends. Are you following here? Yes, please. Students, are you following here? Yes, please. Students, are you here? Students? Ankita?
Yes, sir.
Following, right? Students, following the derivation. Any difficulty here?
Yes, sir.
Following. Okay,
No, sir.
fine. Okay, right. Next, what we have to do, students, we have found the electric field intensity due to elemental charge, small charge. If I want the total electric field intensity, what I am supposed to do? I have to take the integral. I have to take the integral if I want the total electric field intensity. That is by integrating dE bar over z axis from minus infinity to plus infinity. I integrate dE bar over z axis. What is the range of the z axis? Minus infinity to plus infinity. Hence, I have to integrate it from the range minus infinity to plus infinity. We can obtain total E bar at the point P as E bar is equal to integration from minus infinity to plus infinity rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus z square. Look here, this is square root of r square plus z square. Square root of r square plus z square, the whole square will be how much? Square root of r square. If you are taking square of the square root, what will happen? Square of the square root. Square root of r square plus z square, the whole square will be how much? Yes. Yes, please. Square root of r square plus z square, the whole square will be how much? Square root and square will cancel, is it not? Square root of r square plus z square means r square plus z square the raised to 1 by 2, right? 1 by 2 means 2 and 2 will get cancelled and we'll get only r square plus z square, correct? So it is square root of r square plus z square, the whole square will be simply r square plus z square, then that into square root of r square plus z square. That is r square plus z square raised to 1 into r square plus z square raised to 1 by 2. So 1 plus 1 by 2 is 1 plus 1 by 2 is how much? 1 plus 1 by 2. Yes, please. Students, answer me. 1 plus 1 by 2 is how much? What is equal to 1 plus 1 by 2? 1 plus 1 by 2 is how much?
3
What
by
is the
2, sir.
value? 3 by 2. Of course, it is 3 by 2. Good. So it is 3 by 2. Therefore, I am writing here
3 by 2.
2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into r square plus z square raised to 3 by 2 into r, right? And then here ay bar is there. So it is r dz royal r dz ay bar. So it is royal r dz ay bar over the range minus infinity to plus infinity. Next, we have to find the angle here, the equation in terms of the angle. This is our angle theta here between small r and capital R. The angle between small r and capital R, it is theta. If I take tan theta, that will be opposite side by adjacent side. Okay, opposite side by adjacent side. So tan theta is equal to opposite side is z axis. So it is z. Then adjacent side is r, small r. That is tan theta will be z divided by r. Tan theta is the angle between small r and capital R. It is this angle here, what I am pointing with the arrow mark. Okay, small r and capital R. Okay, if I take tan theta, that will be opposite side by adjacent side. That is tan theta equal to z divided by r plus z divided by r. Correct? That is what I have written here. Tan theta is equal to z by r, or z is equal to r tan theta. Z is equal to r tan theta. Then tan theta is equal to z divided by r, or dz will be equal to, if I differentiate this, dz will be r secant square theta d theta. R is constant, so it is r secant square theta d theta. Differentiation of tan theta is secant square theta into differentiation of theta is d theta. Now we have to change the limits here. For z is equal to minus infinity, theta will be equal to tan inverse of minus infinity. Correct? if I take z is equal to here minus infinity, theta is tan inverse of minus infinity. What is tan inverse of minus infinity, students? When will we get infinity? For what angle do we get infinity? Tan of what angle is equal to infinity? Yes, please. Tan of
So
what angle?
90.
90 degree.
Tan of
Very good.
90.
Correct. You all are right. Tan of 90 will be infinity. Why? Tan 90, suppose if I take in terms of sine and cos, tan 90 if I write sine 90 divided by cos 90. Sine 90 is 1. Cos 90 is 0. 1 divided by 0 is infinity. Correct? Hence, tan of minus infinity if I take, we will get minus pi by 2. That is minus 90 degree in terms of the negative angle. Okay, if it is z is equal to plus infinity, theta is tan inverse plus infinity, therefore we'll get plus pi by 2, that is plus 90 degrees. Okay, therefore we are changing the limits from z equal to minus infinity to plus infinity to minus 90 degree to plus 90 degree, or minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Therefore E bar is equal to, over the range, integral over the range, theta is equal to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. What is here? Z square. Z square is r square tan square theta. Z is r tan theta. Square it. It will be z square is equal to r square tan square theta. Correct. Substitute that. So r square plus here z square is r square tan square theta. This raised to 3 by 2. 3 by 2 into r dz ay bar. R dz ay bar to r dz. What is the dz we have got? Dz is how much? What is the dz we have got? Is r secant square theta. Here it is r secant square theta d theta. Substitute that is rho L into this, rho L into r. Dz is r secant square theta d theta, r secant square theta d theta into ay bar. Correct. Then take rho L by 4 pi epsilon naught outside. It is a constant term. Rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Take it outside. Integral minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. This will be r into r is r square secant square theta d theta ay bar divided by, this is r square if I take common, that is r square into 1 plus tan square theta, the whole raised to 3 by 2. See yes friends, r square if I take common, it will be r square outside into 1 plus tan square theta, the whole into bracket 3 by 2. The whole into bracket 3 by 2. What is r square raised to 3 by 2? R square is outside. R square is outside. That multiplied by 1 plus tan square theta, the whole raised to 3 by 2. The whole raised to 3 by 2. That means what? R square raised to 3 by 2 into 1 plus tan square theta raised to 3 by 2. R square is r raised to 2 into 3 by 2 is how much? R raised to 2 into 3 by 2. Come on, answer students. R raised to 2 into 3 by 2 is how much? Yes?
6 by 2.
No, no, no. 6 by 2, of course. 6 by 2. So 6 by 2 is how much? Finally. 6
3.
by 2 is 3. Is it not? So r square into 3 by 2. 2 and 2 will get cancelled. You will get r cube in that way. Or you can take 2 into 3, 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3 only again. Right? So like that it will be r cube here. R cube into 1 plus tan square theta raised to 3 by 2. Then simplify further. 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta. This is a standard equation we know in our mathematics. 1 plus tan square theta is secant square theta. Therefore, E bar will be equal to rho L by 4 pi epsilon naught into integral minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 r square secant square theta. So r square and r square will get cancelled here. R will remain in the denominator. R square and r square will cancel and only one r will remain in the denominator. Correct. So it is secant square theta d theta ay bar divided by r 1 plus tan square theta is secant square theta. That is secant square theta. So it is secant square theta into 3 by 2. Same thing what I discussed just now. That is r square into 3 by 2. What we got? R cube. Similarly, secant square theta into 3 by 2 is secant cube theta into secant cube theta. Rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Take r outside. It is constant term. The integral raised from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. That is secant square theta and secant square theta will cancel. In the denominator we get r secant theta, sorry, secant theta. So it is r we have taken already outside. It is 1 divided by secant theta. 1 divided by secant theta d theta ay bar. What is secant theta in terms of cos theta? Secant theta is 1 upon cos theta, or 1 upon secant theta is cos theta. What we have got here, 1 upon secant theta d theta ay bar. So 1 upon secant theta is cos theta. Substitute that, it is cos theta d theta ay bar. That is rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r. 1 upon secant theta is cos theta, right? Cos theta integral minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 d theta ay bar. It is rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r. What is integration of cos theta? Differentiation of sin theta is cos theta. Therefore, integration of cos theta will be sin theta. It is sin theta from the over the limits minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 ay bar. So rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r into upper limit minus lower limit sine of pi by 2 minus sine of minus pi by 2 into ay bar. Therefore, we'll be getting rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r. Sine 90 is 1, sine minus 90 is minus 1. So 1 minus of minus 1 into ay bar, that is rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r into 1 plus 1, that is 2 ay bar. 2 and 2 will get cancelled. In the denominator 2 will remain. Hence, the final equation will be rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon r into ay bar volt per meter. Because this 2 and this 4, 2 1s are 2 2s are 4, it will get cancelled here. Therefore, the equation that we are getting finally is E bar is equal to rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon r into ay bar volt per meter. This is our final equation. Okay. So this is a derivation that we are doing. What is this equation, students? It is the electric field intensity due to infinite line charge. Remember, the equation for electric field intensity due to infinite line charge is E bar is equal to rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught r into ay bar volt per meter. Okay. So this is our derivation, students. Here, any difficulty in this derivation, students? Any difficulty here in this derivation? Yes, please. Any difficulty here, students? Anything not understood in this derivation?
Sir, last one.
Last part you will not got. Oh. Do you want me to explain from here? 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta, or this entire portion?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For entire
1
portion you
plus
want me
tan
to
square
explain?
theta.
Okay, 1 plus tan square theta. Fine. 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta. This is our standard equation from the geometry.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. That we are substituting here. In what we are substituting? What is the previous equation we have got? R square into 1 plus tan square theta. Here, this is r cube into 1 plus tan square theta. Okay, r cube into 1 plus tan square theta. This raised to 3 by 2. Okay. So here it is r cube into 1 plus tan square theta, that raised to 3 by 2. Now 1 plus tan square theta is secant square theta. 1 plus tan square theta is secant square theta. Substitute that. Therefore, it will be E bar will be equal to rho L by 4 pi epsilon naught. The range of the integral is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. R square and R square will cancel. 1 R will remain in the denominator. R square and R square will cancel, and only 1 R will remain in the denominator. Correct? That is secant square theta d theta ay bar in the numerator, divided by, in the denominator we get R. 1 plus tan square theta is secant square theta. So substitute that. Secant square theta raised to 3 by 2. Secant square theta raised to 3 by 2 is what? How much we'll get? Secant square, that is, it is square into 3 by 2 will be how much? It is a square term.
6 cube.
No. It is square term. Square into 3 by 2.
Yes.
2 into 3 by 2 is how much? 2 into 3 by 2. 6 divided by 2. The same answer that you gave in the for the previous one.
3.
6 divided by 2, 3. Or it is 2 and 2 will get cancelled and we will get 3. Yes. So here we are getting,
yes, sir.
R. Correct. So R secant cube theta 1 plus tan square theta, that raised to 3 by 2 will be secant cube theta into sorry, that's same, that will be in the denominator. Then that is equal to rho L by 4 pi epsilon naught. R will be taken outside, it is a constant. The integral over the range minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Here secant square theta, 1 secant square theta will cancel, and in the denominator it will remain secant theta. Yes, so that is d theta ay bar in the numerator, that divided by secant theta, d theta ay bar divided by secant theta, correct? So secant theta is equal to 1 by cos theta, or 1 by secant theta is equal to cos theta. Substitute that. So 1 upon secant theta is equal to cos theta d theta ay bar. Then integrate cos
Yes, sir.
theta.
Now got it.
Got
sir.
it. Okay, fine. Anybody else? Any difficulties? Any students? Any other difficulties you are having? Lohit? Any difficulty? Todmani?
No, sir.
Okay. Sohel? Sohel? Sohel, any
No, sir.
difficulties? Sohel? Understood the derivation, Sohel?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Vishal Vasulkar? Vishal?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Understood? Good. Ilyas Ahmad? Ilyas Ahmad?
Yes. Yes, sir. Understood.
Understood the derivation? Yes. Any problem in understanding?
No, sir. Understand.
Okay, fine. Karthik? Karthik Patil?
Understood, sir.
Understood? Good. Tejas? Tejas?
Understood, sir.
Okay. Suraya Banu? Suraya Banu?
Yes, sir.
Derivation is clear, Suraya Banu? Any problem here?
No, sir. No problem.
Okay. Okay, fine. Shubham Bekwadkar? Shubham?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear, Shubham? Derivation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shraddha? Shraddha?
Yes, sir.
Derivation is clear, Shraddha?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Sanket? Sanket? Amber? Sanket? Sanket is here? Okay. Sania? Sania? Samir Ahmad? Samir
Yes,
Ahmad?
sir.
Any difficulties, Samir Ahmad? Anything not understood?
Understood, sir.
Understood. Good. Sai Prakash?
Yes,
Sai
sir.
Prakash?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear, Sai Prakash? Derivation, anything not understood? Any concept not clear?
Understood.
Okay, fine. Rutik Chopde? Rutik?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear, Rutik? Derivation?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay. Janvi? Janvi?
Yes, sir.
Was it understood,
sir.
Janvi? That complete derivation?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay, fine. Harsh Gowda? Harsh Gowda? Harsh Gowda Patil? Okay. Ankita? Ankita? Any difficulty, Ankita?
No, sir. Understood.
Okay. Everything is clear.
Yes,
Derivation, full derivation. Okay, in the last class,
sir. Yes, sir.
examples that we discussed, everything is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, students. Then in the next class, I'll be continuing with these examples on derivation. I mean, on line charge intensity finding out, and example on finding the electric field intensity. Okay, that we'll take up in the next class, and probably we may take the electric field intensity due to surface charge. Okay, that we'll take up in the next class. Thank you.